Всем привет, дорогие! Доброго вечера и хорошего настроения! Мы сегодня с вами играем в Draugen. Игра, которую я ждала очень долго. Я несколько раз про нее писала в подборках, которые я делала в начале года об ожидаемых хоррор и полухоррор играх. Но 2 или 3 года подряд она все не выходила и не выходила, и в этом году релиз все-таки случился. Насколько я поняла, они очень сильно ее переделали с того момента, как была какая-то информация первая о ней. И сегодня играем недолго, часа 2, наверное, потому что больше времени на сегодня пока нет. Давайте запускать. Новая игра. День первый.
The water's cold.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo. You're such a wet blanket, teddy bear.
You know I don't like it when you call me...
Edward. Edward Charles Harden, Esquire.
Will you promise to behave on land?
Don't I always?
Lissy, promise.
Oh, piffle and phonus balonus, Teddy. You ought to know better than to ask. Yes, I'll behave. I'll be a proper young lady. I shan't run or climb things or laugh too loud or call anyone old bean. Aside from you. So, do you think we'll find your Betty in, what did you call this village? Gravewick? Groovewick? Greywick?
Эдвард уверен, что его сестра Элизабет здесь, хотя в последний раз он общался с ней несколько месяцев назад. Эдвард снова удивляется, что могло привести Элизабет в эту глушь, как далеко от Нью-Йорка.
Drinks mead out of a chalice. Eats goat meat off the bone, that sort of thing.
She's there.
How can you know for sure?
She's my sister.
But how can you know?
I just do. In her letter, she wrote about...
But that's months ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Without writing, or telegraphing her editor in New York, she wouldn't do that. Betty's...
The cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, Little Miss Perfect.
Alice, you're talking about my sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Sidarb. We all love her dearly. And Teddy Bear. Edward. We will find her. Betty's fine. Why, we'll see her as soon as we get to shore. She'll shower you with kisses and berate you for coming all this way from Hanover, Massachusetts to the middle of positively nowhere Scandinavia way just to chase her down.
Norway.
Everything will be Jake, old fruit. Is that it? Is that Groovewoke? It looks so peaceful and beautiful and so desolate, like a place built for ghosts.
Finally. I don't think I could do this for much longer.
Can't you row any faster? I'm getting frightfully bored.
How about you take over, Alice?
You slay me, Teddy, old bean. Was that thunder?
Still distant. The boat will be in safe harbor by the time the weather arrives.
So you say. But I say put your back into it, because we're sitting ducks out here. Quack, quack.
Она такая шумная, и она так близко, и не знаю, почему-то очень сильный дискомфорт вызывает у меня такая близость.
So quiet. Where is everyone?
Probably working. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but that's something normal people do.
Hardy har har.
The Fretland farm is up the hill somewhere.
Up where? Where's the farm?
I believe it's that farmhouse, all the way at the top.
Hot hot dog. Let's ankle.
Hold on. Let me read the letter from Mrs. Fretland first, and...
I'll meet you up there, old sport. I want to explore. Last one's a skunk's tail.
Be careful. The ground's muddy. You could slip and fall.
See you in 2 shakes.
Dear
Пускай
Mr.
бегает.
Harden, we would like to extend an invitation to visit our home. Trouble to hear of your sister's disappearance. No news to share. You'll find our farm on top of the hill. I hope I got that right. Look forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully, Anna Fretland. Well, I'm here. Where are you? Did you make it to Grovik, Betty? And why did you pick this forlorn hole under the mountains? Also sprach Zarathustra.
Teddy, are you coming? I'm almost there.
On my way. Righto. Step to it, teddy bear. Lissy?
I'm waiting for you at the farm.
Окей. А это чё? Нельзя, по ходу дела. А это чё? Тут. Зачем я села?
Are you coming?
Да-да.
Taking a break.
Hurry up. Storm's getting closer.
Есть какие-то варианты развития событий, что ли, в зависимости от того, что делаешь, или как? Или просто какая-нибудь... Я вообще не понимаю, что это. Какая-то просто чернота. И тут можно посидеть. Не давай пойдем. Тут же просто... Да, тут просто можно посидеть. А чё? Если мы будем так передвигаться, мы игру пройдем лет через 300. Ну, там, слушайте, там, по-моему, знаете, что было? Там где-то была такая штука, как... Или как же она называется-то? Или это не здесь было? Что такое масштаб разрешения? Видимо, изображение в зависимости от заданного значения. Мне что-то показалось, что там нужно было как-то границы видимости расширить. Может, это оно и было? Что-то, по-моему, лагать начало. Как у меня там было? 96 где? Когда-нибудь я доберусь, если я вообще туда иду. Где там
Alice.
люди?
I'm up at the farm. What took you so long?
I'm not 17.
Nor are you 70. Put some spring into your step, old sport.
Did you see the flag? It's at half-mast. Someone died.
So this is it, huh? Nice digs. But seriously, where is everyone?
Пока-то
This is starting
портится,
to creep me out.
думает Эдвард, и нет ничего удивительного в том, что жители укрылись в домах. Тишина кажется ему странной, но с другой стороны здесь живут люди, которым приходится много тяжело работать. Никаких людей во фьорде не было видно, но Эдвард был сосредоточен на
What's that Arthur Conan Doyle
работе.
story?
Так,
Perhaps everyone's indoors. The rain's picking up.
You first, old bean.
Hello? Anyone there? Mr. Fretland? Mrs. Fretland? This is Edward Charles Harden, the American. We've exchanged letters.
Maybe they went on holiday and left the door open. Give it a shake and a rattle.
I can't just barge into their home.
It's not a crime if you're invited.
I'm coming in. This is Mr. Harden.
тук-тук.
Hello? Is anyone home?
This house is as empty as a bird's nest in December.
This is the kitchen. Hello? Anyone there?
Hey, you want to check out the upstairs?
Сверху не идет свет, да и чувствуется, что дом совершенно пуст. Эдвард и без того чувствует неловкость от того, что вторгся в чужую частную собственность.
I'm a guest. Why would I start poking around every corner of the house?
I don't know. Maybe they're playing hide and go seek. Well, I didn't want to go up. Oh, this is nice. Charmingly rustic. The Boston Beaumont would pay a pretty penny for this setup. I thought foreigners lived differently. This is almost like an American home.
People are people wherever you go.
Thanks, Proust.
А почему они должны жить
Look,
не
family
так?
pictures.
В Америку уже все переехали как раз
what did you call
отсюда.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Его знакомство с хозяевами дома основано лишь на письмах, которыми он обменивался с миссис Френдланд. Он не видел раньше фотографий Френдландов, но это определенно они.
Our hosts.
No, silly, their names.
Johann and Anna Fretland.
This is honestly not what I'd pictured. They're very presentable. Not at all like turnip farmers.
They're not turnip farmers. That must be Johann Fretland, master of the house.
What makes you think he's the master of anything? It's 1923, Teddy, old boy. Women can vote.
Нажмите F, чтобы поговорить, когда Лиси рядом.
I'm guessing their daughter is the master of this house. She's cute as a button. I can't wait to meet her. She's guaranteed to be more fun than you. Johann went and found himself a delectable bride.
Alice, please.
What can I say? She's a minx.
Anna Fretland is a respectable woman. Her letter was courteous and professional.
Didn't you say she was a city girl? Must have been awfully hard to adjust to life in the sticks. I can relate.
Hanover isn't the sticks.
Says you. Old Johann's a bit wooden, isn't he? Like someone put a stick
They're
up his...
posing for a
up
photograph.
his rear end. I say, loosen up, Johann. I'm sure you two stiffs will get along famously. Wait, Is that... Are they... Who's... They're all twins. All of them.
That's Johann and Anna Fretland.
There are two of each, Edward. Two of each.
Frederick and Margaret. Twins marrying twins.
My mind's reeling. This is just too adorable.
May 26th, 1899. They'll be celebrating their silver anniversary next year.
Близнецы женились на близняшках. Отлично. Так, и чё? А это чё?
The books are all in English.
Isn't that a bit odd?
Mrs. Fretland is Scottish, though she grew up in Ålesund.
Have you been secretly communicating with Johann's winsome wife, Edward, dearest?
Certainly not. She was the one who wrote me, because Mr. Fretland's English
I was
isn't as...
only joking. Lighten up, old sport. Don't be such a pill.
Кто-нибудь есть дом-то? Чё я читать полезла? Май 902, июль 902, сентябрь. Давай с мая
Johann
начнем.
Fretland exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
Well, that must have put a damper on their relationship.
Johann Fretland exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
Да, это я
So
уже
the brothers
поняла.
parted
Ой,
ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
Well, that must have put a damper on their relationship.
блин, а как тебе? А, вот.
Tragic accident befalls the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
What happened?
The mine collapsed, killing 3 workers, including Arne Fretland, Frederick and Johann's younger brother.
That's awful. How old was he?
19. Operations were suspended after the accident. Foreign investors out of Frederick Fretland's mining company. Dire financial consequences for Fretland, who must have had a difficult time after his brother Johann Fretland pulled out earlier this year.
Johann was smart to exit when he did.
The timing is curious, like he knew something was about to go awry.
Мне кажется, можно чуть даже погромче сделать. Так, как мне выйти отсюда? Гражданин, отойди от стола. Мы зашли в чужой дом, лазить не хотели, но в итоге все равно получается, что лазаем. Это крипово.
Oof, that's a grim sight, old bean.
Как отойти-то от зеркала?
I'm exhausted and soaked to the bone.
Let's get you to bed.
We'll wait for the Fretlands. It's only courteous.
Здравствуйте.
Have you gone screwy again, Teddy? That's not Betty. That's...
Scarf. I'd know it anywhere.
It doesn't look like anything to me. It just
She bought
looks
it
like...
in Bloomingdale's the Christmas before last. When she came home that year, she showed it off, dancing around the sitting room until I got dizzy watching her.
I think you're misremembering. She couldn't make it home that year. Again.
No, you're wrong. I'm sure she was there.
Whatever. It's not like you pay any attention to me when Betty's around. I might just as well be a ghost.
Look, it is her scarf. It even smells like her perfume. Shalimar.
But what if that's not...
She's here. I'm finally going to find her.
That's great, Edward, really. I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up. I mean, where's everyone gone to? Something's not right, I'm telling you. Teddy, Edward, what's wrong?
Lightheaded, that's all.
You're having another spell. You know what happens when you exert yourself.
Нужно было везде отдыхать, что ли?
Sit down. That's an order from your commander.
Yes. Fine. I just need to catch my breath. Just for a moment.
I want you to lie down. Lie down and close your eyes. It's been a strenuous day. What with the rowing and the dragging of the suitcase up the hill.
Well, what if the fret...
I'll keep an eye out. I promise. If they come home, I'll wake you. Now, lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply.
I'm just going to...
Shh.
Я, правда, не очень понимаю, кто эта девушка, кто Лисий. Просто помощница?
Elizabeth? Is that you?
Отлично. Либо у тебя кошмары, либо теперь мы Лиси тоже просрали.
Betty? Lissy? Lissy, are you here? Where are you?
Крипово, знаете ли.
Where are you?
Лиси.
Where are you, Lissy?
Папа, что ты меня оставил? Это мне теперь страшно.
Hey, who's
Господи.
there? Betty? Elizabeth?
Это
Wait.
была плохо нарисованная текстура. Я даже сначала не видела, что это человек. Эй.
Lissy? Lissy, there's someone outside. It might be Betty. Are you here, Lissy? Are you in here, Lissy? Who's out there? Hello? Betty? Lissy? Betty?
Что это?
I'm not alone.
А что ты видишь в этой куче грязи? Наверное, я делаю не очень много.
Alice, I can hear you.
По-моему, это
Alice,
какая-то
where are you?
ворона.
Are you out? Who goes there? Wait!
Не, я туда не хотела. Нет. Лезь назад. Вертай взад. Ты чё, ты прикалываешься? Ты... Я хотела вернуться домой. А теперь нельзя. Я случайно нажала. Это не очень умно здесь шарахаться.
Can you hear me?
Да ты прикалываешься. Херня там какая-нибудь. А вернуться уже нельзя. Бегать-то ты не умеешь, да?
Hello?
Это коза. Почему бежим за козой?
Betty, is that you? Are you there, Betty?
Какая Бетти это коза? Ты что, не видел? Ну все, кранты.
Shit. Elizabeth, are you there?
Нахер это говно, пошли назад. Я ничего не вижу.
Elizabeth!
Мне кажется, это похоже на страшный сон. Так, ладно, эту лавочку мы проходили. Водопад по правой стороне. Чё за хрень? Что за хрень? Какие-то ветки. Что за чертовщина? Чё? Что это? Что со светом? Бля, я капитально не понимаю, что происходит. Ладно, походу придется идти на этот самый.
Lizzie?
На маячок. Все, я окончательно потерялась. Мне кажется, мне проще загрузиться на том месте, где меня сохранило, потому что я потеряна в пространстве совершенно. А, вроде вернулась.
Betty? Alice! Alice, where are you?
Нет, я никуда не вернулась, я потерялась. Блин. Давайте попробуем загрузить то место, где мы сохранились. Мы же когда упали, мы сохранились. Я реально не могу понять, куда идти. Ну, по идее, нужно было идти вперед. Я попробовал, я подумал, может быть, я могу вернуться к дому, но там вообще какая-то трешечина происходит, ничего не видно, и он двигается уже плохо туда вперед. И, блин. Я все сделал не так. Я теперь смогу не выходить из дома, как я хотела.
Betty? Lissy? Lissy, are you here? Alice? Where are you? Hello? Hey, who's there?
Там двое стояли даже.
Elizabeth? Wait! Lissy? Lissy, there's someone outside. It might be Betty. Are you in here, Lissy? Lissy? Lissy! 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 Are you upstairs? Lissy! Are you upstairs?
Он наверх не идет. Это, интересно, зависит от того, что я ответил в самом начале или нет.
Lissy? Are you in here, Lissy?
Хотя там вроде без вариантов, вроде в любом случае он не шел наверх. Сейчас еще. Не, здесь заскриптованная сцена.
Are you upstairs?
Там ружье на стене висит. А если оно висит, оно может выстрелить. Так, что, придется идти, что ли?
Where are you? Who's out there? Hello? Betty? Lissy? Betty? I'm not alone. Alice!
Придется по этим идти, да? То есть здесь вариаций особо никаких получается.
Alice, where are you? I can hear you. Are you out there, Betty? Can you hear me? Where are you? Who goes there? Wait! Elizabeth! Someone there?
Ночью шарахаться по грязи — это самое оно. За козами.
Hello? Betty, is that you? Are you there, Betty? Shit. Elizabeth, are you there? Lizzie? Betty?
Звук такой, будто бы там какой-то ктулха сидит, а не Бетти.
Alice, where are you? Are you out there, Betty? Can you hear me?
The boat, Edward! Where's our boat?
Lizzie.
Он уверен, что видел за окном свою сестру, но где же она? Эдвард недоволен, что она бродит одна в темноте. Эдвард не уверен, что верно расслышал ее, что случилось с лодкой.
What about the boat?
It's gone.
The boat? What? How?
Maybe you didn't secure it properly.
I pulled it up. I don't know. I thought I tied it securely, but... Where did you go?
Out? For a walk. It stopped raining and...
Did you see Betty?
Did I see... What are you talking about?
I think... Betty? It was Betty. It was her. It must have been her. I saw her face in the window, and she vanished into the dark towards the sea. You really didn't see anyone?
I haven't seen a single soul. Are you sure it was her and
Yes.
not...
I mean, I saw her face, and it looked like her.
Well, if it was her, why did she run away?
I don't know. It's getting dark. Back to the house. And tomorrow.
Tomorrow's another day, Teddy Bear. We'll figure it out. Right now, let's get you cleaned up. Look at you. You've got mud all over yourself.
Ah.
And then you really need to sleep. You must be exhausted. Come on.
Так, окей, тут походу все заскриптовано. Ты имеешь какой-то небольшой выбор, но при этом при всем, если уже куда-то по... Синее небо Норвегии. День второй. Но если уже куда-то пошел, то скрипты одни и те же. Ты здесь всю ночь спал? А что это? Это был сон или... Да нет, вроде. Вставай. Мне кажется, этот диван достаточно маленький для того, чтобы на нем спать.
I will find you again.
Снова она до этого уже терялась.
Alice!
Over here, Teddy! Teddy, come outside! It's a beautiful day!
Бегаете там. Ну, пойдем посмотрим на улицу.
I just about given up on you ever waking up. Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty. She was in the garden, and she called for me.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit, wide awake at first light.
The Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
They did not. There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that.
Все еще шокирован по событиям прошлой ночи, что было реальностью, что игра воображения. Все же шокирован событиям прошлой ночи, могло значит действительно быть Элизабет. Все же, неужели то, что он
You were about
видел...
to say something.
It was dark. Maybe I just saw a shadow.
Chasing a shadow. That's very unlike you, old boy. Usually you scurry off in the opposite direction.
I didn't get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Well, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're peeking at us through the windows.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon. And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, Teddy Bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by those houses.
Окей.
Let's uncover your secrets, Grovik.
Августа 1923 года. Дорогой мистер Харден, надеюсь, это письмо застанет вас в добром здравии. Мы с моим мужем Йоханом получили ваше письмо от 9 июля. Мы хотели бы пригласить вас погостить в нашем доме в октябре. Не беспокойтесь, вы не доставите нам никаких неудобств. У нас всего один ребенок, наша дочь Рут, и более чем достаточно места, чтобы разместить одного гостя. Нас очень обеспокоила новость о пропаже вашей сестры. К сожалению, новостей пока нет, и я думаю, она еще не прибывала в Гровик. Я поспрашивала людей, и если кто-то что-то узнает и расскажет мне, я напишу вам. Однако я уверена, что с ней все в порядке и что ее просто что-то задержало по дороге. Что касается вашего приезда, боюсь, что паром из Олесуна в Гровик больше не ходит, так что вам придется добираться через фьорд самостоятельно. Когда приедете, вы найдете нашу ферму на вершине холма без проблем. От причала мимо магазина идет вверх дорога. Наш дом вы не пропустите, он самый большой во всей деревне. Прошу вас, напишите нам снова, когда вы окончательно определитесь с планами и получите известие от сестры. Мы с мужем с нетерпением ждем вашего визита в октябре. Искренне ваша Анна Фретланд. Окей. Эти палки жутко похожи на кости. Я когда ночью тут удерживаюсь, чтобы убежать в трусы. Я когда ночью шарахалась, то подумала, что я уже кости какие-то нашла. Это всего лишь палки. Смотрите, как красиво. Здорово. Тут еще колодец есть, блин. Зацикленная анимация. А что мне сделать, чтобы она прекратилась? А, типа встать, окей. Коза. Коза, здравствуй. Тут две козы. Здорово, козы. Б. Ну, Б так Б. Ничего не имею против Б.
Where are you?
By the village houses, Teddy.
Там еще на горе какой-то дом. Блин, я бы в такой местности тоже порисовала, посидела. Мне просто интересно, что от этого изменится. Изменится ли что-то, если, ну, в зависимости от того, рисуешь ты или нет, сколько ты отдыхаешь и так далее. Потому что, ну, вот она говорит, что, типа, ну, ты переутомился. Может быть, если бы я останавливалась бы на каждой лавочке, там что-то другое было бы. Не знаю. Может быть, ничего от этого не зависит. Ну, вообще, конечно, красиво, что вот эти вот осенние листья, но за окном только-только началось лето, и смотреть на осенние листья как-то немножечко грустновато. Сюда пока нельзя. Окей. Давай в колодец посмотрим.
Up here, Teddy. Hey, eyes up here.
Подожди, Лиси. Я, к сожалению, не знаю, что это означает.
Up here, Teddy. Hey, eyes up here.
Да, ты на дереве.
It's such a beautiful day. You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal. Teddy? Hello?
careful you don't fall.
You suck the fun out of everything, old boy.
We're far from any doctor. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
That's not very likely, is it?
Thought you were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point, like on a pirate ship. I can probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
Ну, давай стучать.
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please, come in. No one home?
Whoa.
Hello?
Эй.
Who's there? Hello? Anyone home?
А чё мы сюда, собственно, зашли-то? Ты ща кекаешь надо мной, да?
Yeah?
Вообще-то это крипово вырываться в чей-то дом.
September 21st, 1923. Vi desperata.
Lissy, found something here.
Escalated from words to stones. Blood has been spilled. The curse haunts us all. There is no hope left in good Sforlata. Good God. Right. In this God-forsaken place. The death of the Jiminy. Death of the children was the end of Grovik. Whatever remained of our souls departed with them.
You should see this, Lissy.
The letter just trails off. Was never sent.
Lissy,
I'm right here.
did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, teddy bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
Что ты пытаешься сделать? Давай. У тебя не получается, или это то, что ты хочешь сделать? Жги. Оп.
Anyone home?
Unless they're playing hide and go seek, I'd say that's a no. 3 strikes, you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while. Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors.
And there was a letter.
It sounded foreboding.
Well, you were wrong. The villagers are not indoors.
I still don't understand what happened to the boat.
Why don't we investigate? Maybe it's even drifted back to shore by now.
Unlikely. But I would like to know how it got unmoored.
Well, it's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy! My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3. Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Окей. Теперь туда можно зайти? Или нам нужно к лодке?
Alice?
Teddy!
Что ты орешь? Иди со мной, мне страшно. Я старый и дряхлый. Увижу козу, умру от страха. Элис.
Where are you, Lissy?
Edward!
Мне это самый, ну, по природе очень напоминает исчезновение Итана Картера. Что-то есть по атмосферности. Это опять коза?
Where
Лиси,
are you,
блин,
Lissy?
Right here!
иду сюда. Тут стрёмно, тут козы. Мне кажется, они на меня нападут. Коза, здравствуй.
July 24th. Memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
All these graves. What happened?
It's a cemetery.
But look at the soil. These are recent burials.
You're right.
Do you think this is where everyone's gone? Are they all dead?
How many graves are there?
Not enough, I guess. How many people lived here?
I'm not sure. Also, someone must have buried them.
There's that.
Something did happen. Several people died in a short period of time.
How? An accident? A mass murder? Spanish flu?
I wouldn't want to speculate until I've learned more.
I can speculate for the both of us.
Well, Betty's not here. I'm gonna keep looking.
What about the church?
Будем рисовать все, что можно. Коза сзади. Так, вставай.
Betty would have taken plenty of constitutionals here. She loves the outdoors.
How so? She's a city girl.
I'm sure she gets tired of Manhattan. And when she was little, she loved playing in the garden back in Hanover, especially around the pond.
Are you alright?
I just miss her.
have thought someone would have seen us by now.
Even if they were all hiding indoors. Maybe there was a spell or curse that made them all invisible.
Honestly, Lissy.
Or maybe we are the invisible ones. But then we would see them, wouldn't we? No, I think my original thesis is more likely.
The villagers turning invisible is the more likely thesis.
Do try to keep an open mind, Edward, darling.
The weather is favorable today.
I did a little dance last night, appeasing the weather gods. Thor, in particular, was mightily impressed.
Was he?
Promised to back off with the thunder and lightning for a spell. And don't you know, he proposed to me. But I told him I'm not into gods. I prefer jazz musicians.
Эта прекрасная девушка говорит за нас обоих, я хз. Мне можно ничего не говорить, она делает всю работу. Я могу просто наслаждаться видами и аутировать, потому что ни на что больше не способна. Что-то там с тенями, боже мой. Мне кажется, им не очень хорошо. Но я лично лодки не вижу. Че, мы вплавь назад будем добираться или что? Или плот соорудим? Серьезно?
Why would they board up a church?
To keep the ghosts from escaping?
Lissy.
Or the goats from getting in?
У нее все призраки и козы виноваты.
What does that say?
God is not here.
What does that say?
God is not here.
Блин. А будто бы что-то есть, но когда я подхожу, очень сильно расплылась. Хотя, может быть, это люстра типа валяется. И чё? Лиси, там ничего нет.
Well, so much for that. No wedding, no baptism, no funeral.
There must be people somewhere. Where are you going?
For constitutional. To breathe some of this salty sea air. You go on ahead. I'll find you.
Ну, окей. Я бы пошла туда, к берегу, наверное, посмотреть. Одни козы остались от деревни. Это что такое? Ты что такое? Это бидон. Так, вон еще лавочка, там какой-то сарай. По мостику можно перейти. Еще одни ворота. Там вроде какая-то тоже бумажка приклеена. Давайте посмотрим. Еще есть магазин. Рядом с магазином тоже какие-то эти объявления, доска объявлений висит. Я ночью где-то здесь заблудилась. Он мне даже здесь локацию показывает, где я нахожусь. Прикольно.
No trespassing for traitors.
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side?
Рассмотреть на покосившиеся ворота и заросшую тропинку, ведущую в лес. Выглядит не слишком соблазнительно. Это не слишком вдохновляет идея лезть за ограду, а потом тащить вверх по
The
склону
sign
холма.
says no trespassing for a reason.
Come on! There may be trolls, or at least more houses. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear. I'll wager 1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
Мы же на предателей не похожи, правда? Значит, нам туда можно. Но он пока ничего не делает. Ну, пошли дальше изучим, что тут есть. Еще местечко нашла. Я не могу преодолеть эти
What's
кусты.
this?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I was just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found. Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope.
It's quite peaceful.
If no one was around, I'd strip naked. The earth would delight in my bare feet. The wind would savor playing with my hair.
Is that so?
I don't know, I just like being naked. But not when you're around, Teddy Bear.
What are you up to?
Delighting in the little things. They're like dew. My heart is the morning, and it's refreshed by their presence.
Where do these strange thoughts come from?
Oh, you're a funny egg, old bean.
What are you doing?
Looking for a white rabbit in a waistcoat. Have you seen him?
A white
We'll follow him down the hole, Teddy. Or maybe we already did.
Alice in Wonderland. I see.
So wonderfully apt. What did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded onto boats.
So, diamonds? Gold? Or just boring old silver?
Iron ore.
Or what?
Rock, which contains iron deposits
I know.
that...
Okay, Edward.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead. I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to adversity. It's creepy.
Rustic superstition. Perhaps they believed they'd attract bad luck if they moved it. Till Min Om. It's a memorial. 3 men died when the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Framberg, Arne Fretland.
See, this is what working a regular job. Did you say Fretland?
The younger brother who was mentioned in the article. He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine? That's too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teeners don't have the luxury to idle away their days with games and witty repartee.
Ouch.
The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do with us?
I still don't know why Elizabeth came here.
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
Or with what it did to the village. Maybe.
Ну, говно лодка у нас есть. Хорошую жалко. Лиси нарисует, которая по рельсам ходит. Было бы прикольно. Что-то я задумалась. Сижу, блин. Ведь он рисует вот в том порядке, в каком я сажусь, в таком и рисует. То есть, получается, у всех будет по-разному, что ли, находиться рисунки.
How about we don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead?
And how would I survive?
Hunt? Harvest? Forage? People have survived here for centuries. Why can't we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. I'd start with goats. Goats can be eaten and milked. Probably not in that order.
Я просто проверяю, нет ли здесь местечек для рисования. Хочу все найти, я не знаю зачем. Ну, по-любому, видите, что-то пропущу. Без этого-то никак. Какую-нибудь мелочь, глупость. Ой.
Fretland and Son.
How do you figure?
It's on the sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland. The older gentleman is clearly Mr. Fretland's twin brother.
Twins are confusing. If this was a dime novel, they'd be switching places at some point to confuse the coppers. Damn you, twins!
Simon Fretland. Frederick's son.
And Johan's nephew. See, I'm getting the hang of this.
Perhaps living here wouldn't be such a bad thing.
You changed your mind about the goats?
The fresh air might do me good.
And you'd be alright with it just being the two of us.
I'm no stranger to isolation.
True words have never been spoken, old fruit.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine. On July 24th, in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives. The telegraph is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
Well, this place really is off the map. Here be dragons. Or Draugens, I guess.
The ferry route is no longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after the mine closed down.
They need to move on and find something else to put their village on the map. Tobacco farming, maybe.
They must have been so isolated, with no easy way in or out.
Aren't there boats?
You saw how much work it was to cross the fjord. And if the weather's bad...
It can't be healthy, being so isolated. Cooped up inside, reading the collected works.
Yeah, all right. I get it.
This village is basically you, Teddy.
I said all right.
Герой все еще палит усилий по пересечению фьорда. Это испытание он не скоро забудет.
The ferry would have made the trip here much easier.
And you wouldn't have had to pay that farmer a fortune to rent his boat.
I had no choice.
We should keep his boat, if it comes back. Bring it with us to Hanover.
Do what with it exactly?
I don't know. Grow parsley in it? Use it in the pond? Forget it, stupid idea.
Петрушку. Отлично. Что это было? Надпись появлялась, куда-то пропала. Это бага какая-то была? Что за хрень? Да, наверное, багануло. Вот это, наверное.
Frederick Fretland and son.
Johann's brother and nephew.
The Fretlands have their fingers in all the pies, including the only store in town.
Also the post office and telegraph. There may be something that'll lead us to Betty in there.
Or at least to some canned sardines. We need to get you fed, old bean.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
Applesauce.
Why lock any doors? I can't imagine they have a problem with punks and hoodlums.
The sign says they're closed, but I thought maybe... Hello? Are you open? Is anyone there?
Can't you just bust down the door? Locks be damned.
Breaking and entering, I will not. I'll just dislocate my shoulder.
С вороной все в порядке? Вас она не беспокоит? Лиси?
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
Is that... Lizzie, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was here. She could still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm not
I
sure.
know my sister's hat, Lizzie. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
Хриповая музыка. Ну и чё, взломать проникновение, и чё? Что мы будем делать? А, открыть. И что я должна сделать? Мне пока не очень понятно.
need to get inside. If Betty's in there...
Perhaps there's a back door. Or an open window.
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to break the law. I approve.
It won't budge.
Ah, don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
Тяну сильнее, блин.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking... Whoops, Daisy.
Какой же ты
Oh, why,
неуклюжий.
Teddy? You're such a sap.
Ты голову не разбей, вставай, что ты лежишь-то, алло. Войти.
Edward Charles Hardy.
Dilettanti, world traveler, cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building on a higher
Jeez.
floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty. I
Edward,
hope you weren't here when...
is this... blood?
Not necessarily human blood.
Well, that's alright then. What does it say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Сарайное убийство. Ну, блин, что-то, наверное, интересное написано. Не хочешь читать, посмотри. Наверное, заскриптовано, типа, и пока ничего нельзя делать. Кто-то пивас разлил.
Barn means child, and mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
They really did a number on this place.
Why would they do this to one of their own?
Anger and fear trump civility.
It's been cut. Why?
To remove someone from the picture.
That's just rude.
It's from the opening of the mine in 1897. That's Frederick, Johan's brother.
And the boy could be the younger brother who died.
Frederick clearly did not want anything to do with his twin brother.
Я вообще бы хотела открыть дверь, но я боюсь, что он отсюда уйдет, и мы все просрем.
Why would Frederick keep a list of what he calls traitors?
What did they do to him?
Cross him in some way. Why else keep a list of undesirables?
What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
It's from Simon. Casa. I don't know what that word means. Yai put it means I put. Knuckle is key.
He put the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge.
Может быть, это касса? Ну, я могу подозревать, что там вон стоит на столе. Саймон и Рут. Это Саймон... Кто такой Саймон, я плохо помню. Дочка хозяев поместья звали Рут, по-моему. Я в них уже запуталась, слишком много имен.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore. The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me. S-O-S.
Неотправленная почта. Он замечает кучу конвертов, не менее десятка. На всех надписаны адреса и есть штампы, но они застряли здесь словно души в чистилище.
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received Mrs. Fretland's letter in June.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Написано же вот
Casa.
буквами.
So that's what it means. Cash register. You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house.
Тебя посадят вместе со мной.
Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
Бля, там что-то кроме ключа можно было попыриться, да? Да?
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not sure
Betty
that's...
was here. And not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth. He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... what's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann thought...
The mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
Но мы же там уже были. Лисси. Я все сделала не в том порядке. Бинго.
Lissy!
I'm over here. This way. I found it, Teddy. The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern us.
A little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute.
Бягу.
Come on, it's an easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
I don't know about this. Whoops-a-daisy. What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl got
Edward.
herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
Pat's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers.
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I think there's something behind it. Can you move the rock aside?
Кула какая-то, что ли?
It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Or maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong on a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath? Huh. Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness? Alice.
Yes?
Коза. Все превратились в коз. Вот это было бы забавно.
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world.
1 second.
Oh, teddy bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Was pushed, you mean. Can you see where she fell? Seeing as you're so concerned about me falling out of trees, I wouldn't want to risk falling off a cliff.
If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there.
Что ты кипишишь? Мы ищем хоть кого-нибудь. Может быть, мы по пути найдем и Бетти. Плана-то никакого больше нет, кроме того, как здесь шарахаться. Какая разница, с каким... С какой целью шарахаться, если все равно шарахаться? Ты где?
Where are you?
Элис.
This way.
Lissy, slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there? Lissy? Are you here?
Да
What
ты
is
при-
it? Teddy,
My word. Look away, Lissy.
is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
What about those fresh graves at the church? There were at least half a dozen of them. Did everyone just die?
They're not necessarily connected.
Oh, come on. Ugh, this is just ghastly. What made him do this? How long has he been...
From the state of the body, perhaps a couple of weeks. It depends on temperature and humidity, of course.
Жесть, он еще и стул сюда принес.
What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother
Don't.
drowned herself? Sorry. Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick. And he's too old to be Simon.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran,
No.
and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace?
Но мы
You're
же...
just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. This is... It's tragic, but really none of my concern.
Betty, Betty, Betty. Always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and... Ugh!
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty.
Мы будем
What are you
хоронить?
doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs. Try loosening the noose.
I can't reach that far.
Я хрен знает, может быть, не стоило, конечно, тут трупы снимать до того, как мы не разобрались с тем, что произошло.
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse. Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
Самое простое
Any
решение
fear
считает
thoughts?
Эдвард чаще всего самое верное. В деревне считают, что если Саймон убил Рут, значит, скорее всего, так и было. Когда случается трагедия, считает Эдвард, люди склонны искать
Perhaps she
козла
fell by
отпущения.
accident.
So you don't think it was murder?
It's difficult to say with any certainty. The boy could have pushed her.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
Так, я думаю, мы здесь закончим. Я не знаю, сколько еще осталось от игры. Но пока еще особо ничего не понятно, поэтому я предпочту, наверное, еще на раз хотя бы на вечер оставить. Давайте только вот это, наверное, прочитаем и закончим.
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this. It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes, and it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason.
He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently. I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, we just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there. In the dark.
She's a tough cookie. You're Betty. Tougher than you, teddy bear.
That she is. I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit. I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit.
Так, ну все, давайте закругляться. На сегодня все. Ссылочка на весь плиз Draugen обязательно будет в описании. Всем хорошего вечера и пока-пока.